Welcome, everyone, to the world's greatest Houston Texans fan podcast. Coming to you live from the 512. It is your boy Jay here with the man, the myth, the legend, my homie, my dog, my brother from another. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Beto to the show.
Hey, my brother. Glad to be here.
What's up, man? And for those of you that are listening to us on Apple, Spotify, Google, whatever you use for your podcast streaming needs, just know that we are now also on YouTube if you want to catch the video program and see our lovely faces live and in living color, as I used to say. So my dog Beto, how are you, man? How you been?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just dealing with this freaking hot-ass weather. I'm sure like everybody else is.
Mm-hmm. So how are things between you and the girl you're seeing?
My girlfriend. Let's
get that clear.
My girlfriend, Jennifer. We are good.
Mm-hmm.
We are good. Thanks for
What's
asking,
up, Jennifer?
Thanks for asking,
I mean, you got to acknowledge her and say, what's up?
I hear you.
But no, we appreciate you, Jennifer. Thank you for everything you've done to help us promote the podcast. We do appreciate you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for keeping me in line.
Yes, I appreciate you. Watch out for my brother. He needs it. All right, my brother. So since we've been away, some big news on the Texans front is on the Thursday night game against the Philadelphia Eagles, which we will be live and in attendance there. Check us out in the Maroon Lot. Thursday night football live on Amazon Prime. The Texans will be unveiling their battle red helmets. What do you think, brother?
I think they're fire, man. They're sweet. I wasn't expecting it, but I guess now the NFL lifted that rule, that one helmet rule, and they're nice. I don't care who you root for, but you have to admit those helmets are sweet.
Oh, for sure. So do you think is that what they did? Did they lift the helmet rule? I didn't know if they were going to have two separate helmets or if it was going to be one helmet that they repainted, which I thought was going to be difficult.
If I heard correctly, I think they lifted that rule because I even saw today that the Cincinnati Bengals, were unveiling a white helmet. That's nice too.
Okay, I didn't check that out.
I think they're going to use that with their color rush uniforms as well. It's nice.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yep. Not to be off topic, bro, but I think that pin, you're clicking a pin or something, it's coming across the microphone really loud.
What do you mean? There,
I had to put my pin down too because I was clicking away at it. No, sorry to jump off topic on that one. But yeah, so I had heard an interview with one of the players. I forgot his name. That was actually played for Oregon, and I thought Oregon had got like a new helmet every game. But in the interview, he was saying that wasn't the case. That they actually, they did get some new helmets, but they actually kind of just repainted some of them did that. Which I guess because I'm thinking like back in the day, I remember it used to take like weeks to break in a helmet or something like that. So I was wondering if they were going to like switch helmets, how that worked exactly. But I guess nowadays technology, I'm sure the helmets are much better designed and equipped than when we were kids, trying to play football and stuff, where I heard someone kind of say that it's not you really breaking in the helmet breaks your head in or something like that.
Yeah, mold your watermelon head into it.
There you go. But yeah, man, I think the new helmets are fire. I love it. I'm not honestly, I like to wear blue more. Like blue is kind of the color of my go-to color. But this red is fire. And I think with this being year 20 or at least what they started 2002, so 2022. I'm saying 20-year anniversary, right?
20 years. Yeah.
We're like the only team that's wearing their throwbacks and their new jerseys are the same thing, right? So it's kind of time that we get a new design or something, maybe just kind of, spruced it up a little bit. But I would like to see them wear the red helmets all season. Just kind of a different change. and maybe just bring the blues out and have for like the deep steel blue Sunday they usually have or something like that. Yeah. But I mean, I'm just thinking icy whites on, the first game of the season with the red helmet. I think that would look fire.
Yes.
But I really like, if it was up to me, I would like to see them go with the color rush jerseys with the red numbers along with the battle red helmet, for a switch up, at least for maybe the 20th season or something as home jerseys, Now, I don't know if the NFL would allow that, but that's what I would personally like to see. I was kind of wondering what your favorite combination of jerseys and pants are. Like, what do you think they look the best in or the freshest in when they take the field?
I mean, obviously the color rush jerseys, those are sweet. But, like to me, I like the white pants with the steel blue jersey and the blue helmet. I know we're talking about the red helmets.
You're traditionalist.
I'm traditionalist. I like that white pants with the blue jersey and the blue helmet. That to me, that's clean.
Mm-hmm.
That's sweet, but of course, like I said, the color rush, it looks good as well.
Right. So from what I understand, they're not doing the ketchup bottle. They're not doing the red pants, red jerseys, red helmet. They're doing what I think they've been doing for a while. They're doing the red helmet, of course, red jerseys and white pants. I think I did like the one year that they did go red jerseys, blue pants. I thought that was pretty cool for a change. Yeah. But yeah. So if you were to, we kind of saw the white helmet when Robert McNair he unveiled the logo, I believe, in 2002.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that was just kind of a mock design, but if we're using that, the Liberty blue helmet and now the Battle red helmet, which do you feel like right now it would be your go-to helmet?
I would say the red one. The red one is just, I bet you can match it with anything.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like recency bias, but of course I'm with you. Just because it's something new.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of like grabs our attention. But I mean, that helmet, just the way it was designed, it looked just like it pops or something. Yeah. I don't know. But the players seemed excited from all the tweets. I don't know if you saw them. Yeah. Most of them were really hyped up about it. So hey, if it motivates the team, then let's go.
And that's what I was gonna say. Maybe it's a little spark, Maybe it gets them reinvigorated, Maybe it makes them buy in or something, shit, why not? Try something new.
For sure. I'm down for anything that's going to get the team, get them going. Because, we need something. We need something that's going to bring the city back together. Just something that's going to get us hyped. Because I'm sitting here thinking, and we went through it last year where it just seemed like all was lost. Like the team had just, it did kind of fall apart. We still won 4 games, and we won 4 games the year before that. But I feel like in our mindsets, it's like we've been losing for years and years. When we were just a few years ago, we were, up 24-0, getting in the AFC divisional round or whatever, right? And how it all fell apart, and it feels so far away.
We were knocking on that door.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast we collapsed, but hopefully, and I'm putting a lot of trust, and I'm being very homerish, but hopefully the new GM Nick Caserio can get this thing going, and I'm all in, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I bought in on the draft picks. I'm sold for right now. I'm thinking that we're gonna be. I don't think we're gonna make the playoffs this year, but I would love it. But I think we'll probably be a 6 or 7 win team. We're going to surprise some folks. And I think this time next year, we're going to be after the draft. If he continues to do what he does, because I feel like we're going to have a pretty high pick, depending on this Watson suspension, that we're going to get, 2 more first round picks. I think we have a couple second round picks. We're going to let him work. Yeah. And we're going to be looking like we're knocking on that wild card door next year. I think that's my prediction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. I know that we talked about Caserio doing a pretty good job so far. What are your thoughts on Lovie Smith?
Man, I think the team respects him. I think he brings that leadership, and I think he brings that professionalism that I don't know. I'm not saying that David Culley didn't have that, but I just felt like he was lost at times.
Yes.
And I don't know if this was like, quote unquote, maybe, who knows, Jack Easterby's plan was to bring David Culley in for a one and done and then, slide Josh McCown or whatever right in there. Like it seemed like was his master plan, which makes, again, no sense, but hopefully we're past that. But I think we got to be thanking Brian Flores for bringing this lawsuit and making the Texans like kind of exposed for their foolishness. Yeah. If not, I don't know where we'd be sitting right now. But I think Lovie Smith, I like the guy. He took Chicago to the Super Bowl with Kyle Orton. So why not take them? Why not take the Texans with Davis Mills? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of where I'm at. He's a great defensive coach. I know we didn't look super great last year, but I can't put any of last year on him. No, I felt like, not to knock David Culley, because I didn't watch all the games, to be honest with you, because we just couldn't, for one, being here in Austin. They didn't have all the games on TV, but the man looked lost. They did. I felt like some of the players just lost respect for him.
Yep.
And I don't see that happening to Lovie.
No.
And right now, dude, I'm super sold on Pep Hamilton. I became a big fan of his as the Houston Roughnecks coach. I think I've talked in the XFL on what he did with the PJ Walker, who then got PJ Walker a job in the league. But I didn't realize that, Pep Hamilton was in Indy and he worked a lot with Luck. Now, not say, of course, Luck and Mills are completely different people, and Luck has, crazy skills that Mills might not have, but we don't really know what Mills has. He didn't get to play like a full college season. COVID really wrecked his college career. So we don't know. He has this experience and he was statistically, granted some of the games were blowouts, he was statistically the best rookie quarterback in the back end. You know what I'm saying? He looked better than Trevor Lawrence. He looked better than Mac Jones was falling off. You got the other guys, Trey Lance and Justin Fields. Davis Mills statistically better than all of them.
Well,
and from what I understand, sorry, I don't know, ranting and raving, so I apologize.
No, go ahead.
But from what I understand is that Pep Hamilton had multiple job offers, and he took some interviews, but he had no interest in leaving Houston. And it wasn't and that's not even saying Lovie Smith or Josh McCown. Pep Hamilton was there because of Davis Mills. He's betting his career on Davis Mills. He wants to be a head coach in this league. I believe he's like in 46 or 47. So, he's been in the league for a while and he's ready to be that head coach. And from what I hear is he's betting his whole career right now to get to that next level on Davis Mills because he has that much faith and he can, show what Davis Mills has. So he is now our offensive coordinator, but he also is still the quarterback coach. So he's betting his career on that. So I'm sold. That's all I gotta say. Like hearing this kind of information I heard in the last few days is like, he had probably higher paying opportunities, better opportunities, but he wanted to stay and work with Davis because he has faith that Davis can take him to that next level.
Well,
put that on his resume.
Well, I agree, but and trust me, I'm a Texan homer as well. But a lot of those stats that Davis Mills got, let's be honest. A lot of those came in garbage time. And
blowouts.
It was against second teamers, third teamers, whatever you want to call it. I'm hoping that the guy is legit and he is actually where he is supposed to be. But again, you can't avoid the issue of a lot of the stats that he did get were against second and third teamers. So I'm just concerned. I'm really hoping that he does take the next step and becomes the quarterback that we do need. And I hope he is.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely the hope. Now, I'm not trying to come in here and say he is probably the guy, but I believe he can make us competitive. And if he comes out and he doesn't show it, then we got some options coming into the draft. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to give this guy a chance. I think this leads me into my next thing, and I apologize, if I've already said it. But the story coming out from Pro Football Talks, Mike Florio, is that he believes that Jimmy Garoppolo is going to come to the Texans. in 2022. Now, I know he's saying that's just his opinion, just his thought process. And I guess we got to believe that he's not going to be a 49er this year. It looks like they're going with Trey Lance. But he's also coming off an injury. So, like, from everything I've read and everything I've saw, it looks like the Texans are all in on Davis Mills. So when I first heard this, I was like, no way. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to bring in Jimmy G. But then, after thinking about it, I forget where Nick Caserio comes from.
New England.
And that being New England, right?
Jimmy G.
And he was very much involved in the draft process for Jimmy G.
Yep.
So, is this a long haul plan for Nick? Maybe. Like, we've seen that he could wait. He waited and he struck when the iron was hot for Deshaun Watson trade. You know, he had some obstacles to overcome. And from everything, it looks like he did the trade right when he needed to do the trade. So whether that was dumb luck or his skills, we'll never know. But I guess I wouldn't be surprised to see Jimmy G, but I personally don't want him over here. What are your thoughts on it?
I mean, again, I'm really hoping that Davis Mills is the future quarterback of the Texans. And I don't want to invest in Jimmy G if we don't have to. But again, if Davis Mills is not, then, I mean, we got to move forward. And I would hope, like I said before, I hope that he takes the next step and becomes the quarterback. But also, at least Jimmy G may be an option. And I don't know how much of a viable QB he would be for us, but you know.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was going to ask you. Like, where do you see him falling in the ranks of QBs? Like, how much better do you see him being than Davis? Do you think that it's worth the risk of paying him and potentially messing up on an opportunity to get one of these young quarterbacks coming out of the draft next year? Like, I guess it's kind of all the things that I'm sure that the front office is weighing. It's not like I'm a genius or anything, but it's like, where do we go? Because do we bring Garoppolo in if he can automatically puts us in like a wild card playoff contention? I don't know.
Yeah.
Or do you gamble and let it ride out to see what Davis Mills has?
I mean,
like,
I believe you let Davis play the whole year. I mean, and see what he's got. And if he's got it, then good. And if he doesn't, then shit, at least you've tried it out. And like they say, you kick the tires on it and move on.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you definitely can't bring Jimmy G in to be a backup, right? That's just, that would be dumb. Like, it would put too much pressure on Davis Mills that he doesn't need. Let's be honest, Kyle Allen isn't going to be there, like, really intimidating Davis Mills, I don't think, out of that starting role. But if you bring in like a Cam Newton or a Jimmy G, it's going to have to put some unneeded pressure on the kid, right?
Yeah, you would hope so.
But yeah, so we definitely, I don't feel like they want to do that by any means. This man Beto's a king of making some crazy noises over there.
That was a bottle cat.
Sorry. Yeah.
My bad, bro. My bad.
So now it's all good. It's a learning curve, brother. I'm telling you. So right now, what I wanted to talk to you about, we went way longer, which is cool. I love it. We went way longer on this other topics than our main topic of tonight. But I think I proposed to you, who are the top 5 QBs that the Houston Texans should fear this season on their schedule? So for those of you that don't know, just a real quick, hopefully not too long-winded recap of who they're facing this year. They're facing Matt Ryan, Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, Derek Carr. It is Derek, not David, right? Ryan Tannehill. Jalen Hurts. Oh man, who is this? I forgot. Which Jones is this?
The one from the
Carson Wentz, Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua what?
Tua, whatever. I can't say his last name. Potentially Deshaun Watson, Prescott, Mahomes. Who am I missing? Week 10. Who is that? Jones. It's not Mac Jones.
Got me thinking.
Oh man, Jesus! Put me on the spot. Put myself on the spot. Wow, where's the schedule?
It
Week
is
10
from the Giants.
Oh, Daniel Jones. Yeah, Daniel Jones. Yeah. Sorry. Apologize. I remember my first podcast. So if we ranked, I asked you to kind of rank the top 5 without including Deshaun Watson because we don't know what his status is. But then I would like to ask you after we're done where you would have ranked him, if that makes sense.
So,
all right. So, do you want to start off with your number 5 quarterback that you think the Texans fear?
For the 5th one, I have a combo, and that's Hurts / Tua. I couldn't make up my mind, so I just put both of them on that one. Jalen Hurts.
Sorry, I didn't hear the first person.
Jalen Hurts.
Oh, Hurts.
Hurts and Tua.
Gotcha. So for me, number 5, I put Carr. And I just think, Carr he's not the most flashy, flamboyant quarterback, but I think he does enough of the right things. And then I know it's not him, but he's throwing the ball to Devontae Adams now.
Oh, that's true.
And so I kind of put that into the equation that he has some talent along with, Darren Waller, the tight end that's a superstar over there. So I kind of was putting that into the equation of to help out the quarterbacks, I guess. Because, them throwing to somebody special definitely helps out, makes them look better, right? All right. So for, I guess, me, number 4, and it pains me to say this, but Dak Prescott falls to number 4 for me. We're Texans over here. We're surrounded in the 512 by Cowboys fans galore. They've infiltrated our families. They're just everywhere. But I got to give Dak Prescott his props right now. The man's doing his thing. So for me, number 4, Dak Prescott. What you got?
I have him at 4 as well. I got Prescott.
Okay.
Yep.
What makes you feel like he falls in that position? What are your feelings?
He's good. As much as we dislike them or we dislike family members or all that shit, the kid is good. He gives props for where it's at. He's good. And, I got him at 4.
I was actually listening to some Texans radio from John Harris, the analyst for the Houston Texans, and he was kind of feeling like the Texans were close to drafting Prescott when he was coming out. And then he was saying how he met with them, interviewed him and stuff like that for their program or whatever. And he kind of left thinking that would be a great fit for the team. But then I think that's when we ended up signing Brock Osweiler, whatever, from the Broncos. So who knows? What if we would have drafted Dak?
What if?
We wouldn't go through all this Deshaun Watson drama. Maybe Dwayne Brown would have stayed around. Who knows? We wouldn't be trading all these picks for Tunsil and Watson and who knows? Who knows? What if? It's just something to think about. But all right. Number 3, brother. Who you got?
I got Herbert from the Chargers.
Okay.
And
no,
he just has a rifle. He has a hell of an arm, and he's good. And I'm lucky that I'm going to go see him this year.
Oh yeah, rub it in my face. Huh? So for me, to jump ahead, I have Herbert at 2. I agree with you. I think the kid is talented. I think that we look at that game last year, when we actually got the W, and Herbert wasn't able to do enough. But I think if we're looking back, we might forget that they were plagued with COVID at the time. They were like having to pull up so many people from the practice squad and sign so many people just to complete a team. So as much as I'd like to look back at that victory and be like, we beat the Chargers, we're going to beat them again. Herbert ain't shit. I got to know that we got to put it into context of what really happened. So that's why I have him at number 2. But for me, I'm going to go ahead and jump in for my number 3. And it is Russell Wilson, who is now relocated to Denver. And we play him in week 2. So hopefully he hasn't established that kind of rapport with his new wide receivers. Hopefully that Arrowhead lack of oxygen gets to him. But the Texans have never beaten Russell Wilson. So that added to me putting him on the list is we just can't beat him. But this year, he ain't never seen Davis Mills. What's up?
So Russell Wilson, I have him at 2.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, he gave us hell when he was at Seattle. I expect the same, him being at Denver. He can beat you with the run, bootleg, the deep pass. I mean, he's a hell of a quarterback. So I have him at number 2.
Hey,
yep.
Respect. So number 1, I think we probably have the same guy. I think anybody that sees this man on their schedule, he's probably their number 1 most feared. He is probably the highest paid quarterback in NFL history for a reason. Patrick Mahomes is my number 1. Am I fair to say that he is also your number 1?
Yep, number 1.
my homie. So we saw, unfortunately, us being Texas fans, we saw what the hell they did to us in that playoff game. He is to be feared. He is not invincible, though. We have gone up there and beat their ass, and we can do it again. But we have to be prepared. We can't go in there and not give the man the credit that he deserves.
We have to play him for 4 quarters and not just a half. Because we beat him for a half.
For sure. Oh, whoop their ass.
But we need to play 4 quarters.
Hey, we need Roy Lopez to get it going. We need all the D-line that we're going to have that we brought in. There's so much talent there. There may be just another guys when you say their names, but these guys I think can play, and I think they will produce. So it's all about kind of containing him and not letting him get into his stride. You got to put that pressure on him. Just like I think with Brady, you got to hit him a couple times. You got to get him rocked, rattled. But that's easier said than done, right? Super easy to say that, put it on paper, but you got to go out there and execute.
Yep.
All right, brother. I think you said you had some things for me. What you got?
Well, I just wanted to remind you about that training camp starts July 31st. I know that we had talked about
July 29th, Playboy.
Damn, we're bad with fucking dates, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
July 29th.
We're struggling.
July 29th. And I know that we had talked about, since you had some extra passes, about maybe hooking up some of the listeners or people that follow and, maybe, I don't know. I just wanted to bring that up to maybe draw up some, I don't know, ideas of how to pick who or what,
Gotcha. So right now we have, for the first day of training camp, Friday, July 29th, I have 4 tickets for anybody that might be interested. I want to say, just off the cuff, if you can, we'll tweet about it. If you like that tweet, retweet that tweet. If you go to YouTube and subscribe and show us that you're a subscriber, screenshot it to your boy, I'll give you a pair of tickets. What's up?
That's what I'm talking about.
So the first 2 people, we'll say the first 2 people that can like the tweet that I tweet out, retweet it, and then subscribe to our YouTube channel. 512 Texans for you that don't know. Subscribe, give it a like, and you're in to win. What's up?
What's up? And then last thing I just wanted to bring up was that yesterday was 713 day. That's Houston, baby. 713. So
713.
shout out to all the Houston people and yeah.
Yep. Shout out to all of H-Town holding it down. Shout out to them Stros still doing their thing.
Yes, sir.
And we're gonna start a GoFundMe to get my man Beto a light for the YouTube channel so he's over there like sitting in the dark right now, looking real mysterious and stuff. I don't know how I feel about
the fucking
that.
TV keeps changing, bro. But I feel you.
You're over there trying to look all you're like, you don't know who I am and you never will.
Nah, bro.
All right, brother. Before we get out of here, I want to shout out our homie Ricky D and follow him on Ricky D and Son Shoe Shining on Instagram. You know, good friend of ours, big super Texans fan. So appreciate him for checking out our podcast. Always trying to help us out, man. We appreciate you. We're gonna hopefully have him on, and trust me when I say this guy is a character in all the good ways. He will have a lot to say. And he is very opinionated, and that's what we love about him. So, shout out to the homie Ricky D, who keeps promising me a song, but we gotta catch my man up on technology and teach him how to send over a file because the days of CDs and tape decks and all that stuff is a thing of the past, my guy. I know we're getting old in these streets, but we got to stay with the times.
Mm-hmm.
All right, brother. You got anything before we sign off?
Not much, bro. Just a hell of a show. Always enjoy coming on with you, bro.
Appreciate you. Yes, sir. That's what we do. Many more coming soon. All right. So for my homie Beto, it is me, the one, the only. I'll say it again. At It's That Boy J512. Follow us on all the social media platforms at 512 Texans. Drop us a follow, drop us a like, drop us a share. Check out our YouTube page where you can see our lovely mugs. And then we will remind you, as always, it's DIY. That's do it yourself because nobody's going to do it for you, baby. It is that boy Jay. And as always, it's Go Texans. Yeah. Boom.